So recently, I told you about the world's most expensive series. I mean the Harry Potter web series, which is going to have a budget of $4.2 billion, with each season costing around $600 million. But now you also need to know about the most expensive movie ever made, which is honestly going to be a massive film. The official numbers haven't been revealed yet about the exact budget of this movie. But once I tell you the facts and the estimates, you'll be able to figure it out for yourself. I had made a video earlier about Doomsday's budget, but some important details were missing, and now they're clear, which we'll talk about in this video. Let's first talk about the actors. How many actors are in it? How many A-list stars are involved? So this movie is going to have 35 A-list actors. A-list means actors like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Benedict Cumberbatch. These are top-tier actors whose fees are sky high. Let me ask you something. What do you think Robert Downey Jr. was paid to return for this film? Now, forget what Marvel says, whether they needed him badly, or the movie couldn't be made without him. The point is, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man carries a huge image and value in the MCU. That's exactly why they cast him again as Dr. Doom. They could have picked someone else, but they chose him to save a sinking ship. So what do you think? How much did he charge? Reports suggest it could be between $50 to $60 million. But honestly, even if I hear that he was paid $100 million, I wouldn't be surprised at all. And $100 million means around 860 Indian rupees crore. And honestly, that wouldn't shock me at all. Now let's talk about the other actors. Even if we set Robert Downey Jr. aside and consider the remaining 34 actors, assuming each one takes just $10 million, that alone adds up to $340 million in just actor fees. And that's a big number. But apart from A-list actors, there are also B-list and C-list actors involved. And of course, they'll also be paid. So their fees need to be considered too. I think easily, just in cast salaries, around $500 million is going to be spent. And let's be real, none of these big actors are working for free. They're all getting paid well. So just imagine how much is being spent only on actors. And we've been hearing that some characters from the comics, ones that haven't even appeared in live action, shows or movies, are being brought to life in this film. That means a massive star cast. So a huge chunk of money is going into casting. Now coming to the other aspects, the visuals. There's going to be a lot of focus on VFX in this film. A battle world is going to be created. Massive fight sequences are being designed. Spaceships are being built. And large sets are being created. And this is all going to take a lot of time. But at the same time, they want to finish the movie fast, in just 1 year. So for that, a large number of VFX artists will be required. And obviously, that's going to cost a lot of money. So now think about it. How high do you think the budget is going to be? When a series has a $600 million budget, and while it may have a lot of actors, they're not as big as the ones in Doomsday. So this movie's budget? It's going to be something else. In my opinion, the budget for this movie will go up to around $1 billion. And that's a huge number. No other movie in the world has ever spent that much before. And there's no doubt about that. There's no maybe backslash here. No movie has ever reached that level of budget. Currently, at number 1 is Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Then comes Mission Impossible, whose movie budget went over $400 million. So just imagine what this one's going to cost. And we haven't even talked about marketing yet, which will also require a massive investment. So yeah, $1 billion budget is very much possible for this movie. But the main point is, how much will this movie need to earn just to break even? To reach that break-even point, it'll need to make at least $2 billion. Now the big question, will this movie be able to make $2 billion? Because let's be real, Marvel's not spending this much money just to break even. They're aiming to do a few things here. First, they want to fix the sinking ship. They want to give Phase 6 of the MCU a proper ending, and then reboot the Marvel Universe with new actors and fresh stories. They don't want to end things on a low note. But still, to break even, they'll need to make $2 billion. To be profitable, they need to earn $2.50 to $3 billion. That's what a movie of this scale should be making. But can it? That's the big question. Look at what's happening with other big movies. Mission Impossible had a $400 million budget, and still, it didn't perform all that well. Only the hardcore fans want to see it. It struggled even to reach break even. So no matter how much money you throw into it, if the initial impression of the movie isn't good, people are not going to show up. And that's been the case with a lot of recent Marvel films. But even then, with a cast this huge, with so many stars, people will at least show up once to check it out, just to see what's in the movie. And as far as I believe, the Russo brothers have cracked the formula for making good Marvel movies, at least inside Marvel. Outside of Marvel, most of their projects flop. There was one $320 million movie they made for Netflix. I can't even remember the name. It was super hyped, but it flopped badly. Then there was The Gray Man on Netflix, which also didn't perform well. So yeah, there's some doubt around the Russo brothers too. In the end, it all depends on how good the movie turns out to be. Personally, I give this movie a 70% chance of being successful. I think it will at least break even. That's what I feel. But what do you think? How successful will this movie be? Drop your thoughts in the comments. But yeah, now we're waiting for the world's most expensive movie, releasing next year. And after that, Secret Wars is coming, which might have an even bigger budget. Maybe more than $1 billion. What do you think the budget of this movie and Secret Wars will be? Will these movies be successful or not? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to our Arshiverse